Houston, Texas, flexing, rolling through the SWAT. Repping for the city, hear 'em in the parking lot. Houston written across the jersey, ain't gon' never stop. Just fans got me tuning in, waiting for the drop. Astros, Texas, Rockets, Dynamo, they coming with it. When they pull up, got the city sitting on a fitted. Straight up A-Leaf, hold it down, ain't gon' never quit it. Just fans got me tuning in, let my dogs get it. Southwest A-Leaf, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans.
How's it going, everybody? It's Carlos, your host of the Just Fans podcast, and I'm here with Rios. How's it going, bud?
If you were victimized by Houston sports this past weekend, you may be entitled to compensation. It's been a rough weekend, man.
That's right. Been a rough weekend for Houston sports, but hey, man, we'll talk about that another episode. Right now, man, we got the one and only Ian Wheeler out of Howard University. Man, Ian, how's it going?
Going great. I appreciate y'all having me on.
No problem, no problem. Hey, man, local Houstonian here, man. How does it feel, H-Town boy, representing over there at Howard, man?
Every time I get a chance, I always tell them they need to bring in more guys from Houston. Maybe our team would be better.
It's true. I agree with you. It's there's a difference between some of the guys that come out of Texas versus some of the guys you see out there, man. There's just a little difference, something in the water. Give me 1 second. Our other co-host, Poppy, just came in on the show. I'm going to add him on real quick.
Who?
All right, hold on. Late as always. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. And add it. There you go.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man? All right. How's it going?
Who the hell is that guy?
Hey, man.
Both of y'all, first of all.
Anyway, good to see you, man. Hey, all right, Ian. So from what I saw, you did a phenomenal pro day. 4.35 on the 40-yard dash, 38.5 vertical, and 10.5 abroad. How are you feeling coming out of those type of results, man?
Well, I had an opportunity to perform at a HBCU combine earlier in February. So going into pro day, my only goal was to improve on those numbers, and I think I really showed out. If I'm just being honest, I really just showed that I'm just as athletic as any other prospect in this class.
Yeah, definitely. Those numbers are definitely impressive. I mean, we had we've had a lot of NFL prospects that come in, and man, some of those numbers that you put up were some of the best at least we have had on the show, or we have seen on the show, and so hey, man, congratulations to all that. You're definitely turning some heads around for sure, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So at your second pro day, did you talk to any scouts from NFL teams?
Just because of how long the pro day went and how many people wanted to speak with me afterwards, interviews for the school and things like that, I got in contact with a couple teams afterwards. My position coach was helpful enough to get their numbers down, so I got to speak with a guy from the Browns and a guy from the Lions.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, nice. When you're at in your pro day and everything, you're getting those results. Are you looking at what everybody else is also getting, or are you just locked in on I'm just gonna go out there, do the best that I can, kill it, and just you're not even paying attention to the noise outside of that?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both, just because it's my pro day. These are my teammates, so obviously I want them to do the best that they can do. But knowing what I've been doing these past couple months, just training wise, I had my numbers I wanted to hit, and that's really when I came up for my part of it, my event, I wasn't really worried about anyone else. I was just worried about putting my best foot forward and showing making the most out of the opportunity.
Were there any nerves going into it, or you were looking forward to it more so than anything?
I'll be lying to you if I wasn't a little nervous. I'll definitely be lying to you. But nervous and excitement, they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
So yeah, just going into it, it was just the biggest thing for me was just relaxing, because it's you do all this training for months on end just for you to only get 1 or 2 shots to show that I'm this fast or that I jumped this high. So it was just staying relaxed and knowing that like I can do all this even with the little bit of pressure that was there.
Pressure makes diamonds, dude.
Yeah, it does. So, Ian, since right now you're in that I don't want to say awkward spot, but you're in that spot that's right between. All right, you're out of college right now. You're waiting for a few phone calls, maybe some workouts, some tryouts, or whatnot. So, how are you keeping yourself like? What's your daily routine look like as far as your training is concerned to move up to the next level or whatnot?
For a while, I was waking up at 6. Then it was too cold to wake up at 6, so I went back to like 8. But of course, I went to school in DC, so a lot of this time that I have right now has been to like hang out with my family. I didn't get to see them for a while. Like it would just be like 2 weeks and then like a couple weeks in the summertime. So just being able to hang out with my family, training, just get 2 or 3 workouts in a day. Eating's the hardest part, eating like 4 or 5 times a day. So yeah, my day has been mostly eating, hanging out with my family, and running around and jumping.
And if I can ask you a follow up question, what does that diet look like?
Like it's not chicken and rice like everyone thinks it is. But,
Yeah.
Lots of vegetables. I'm trying to eat more fruit.
Yeah.
Lots of carbs, lots of protein. I eat grits almost every day. Just
nice.
Grits. I eat grits almost every day. I eat rice almost every day. It's just they're easy to get down at this point.
Yeah. There you go. That's awesome. There you go. I wish I could do that, but I don't think I have the ability to work that out in me, and so they would get a lot more girth than I would get any results from that. So more power to you.
You don't have to probably 5 times a day, Carlos.
Not at all. Not at all. No.
We're here for a good time, not a long time. That's what I said.
Exactly.
Now, since you brought up DC, because you told us out there that you're originally from Houston, what was that transition like? Coming from down south up to the East Coast.
Weird, definitely weird at first. They thought I was really because I showed up for training camp. I was a preferred walk-on when I first got there. So when I showed up for training camp, they were like, "Why are you wearing that hoodie?" I'm like, "It's like 80 degrees outside. I'm really comfortable." And they were like, they like it was just a little bit of a culture shock. Just like they were complaining about how hot it was. I was like, "This is like it's 90 degrees out and it's not even humid." So it was different. It was different for sure. But DC's a nice city. There's a lot of opportunities there. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of people to meet. And obviously my school, Howard, is just like, I love it. I don't have many bad things to say about Howard. And, it gave me an opportunity to grow outside of Houston.
What do you miss from Houston the most?
The food.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm telling y'all. That's the thing. Every time we have a prospect that's not from here, we're like, dude, when you come to Houston, you gotta try the food. Please elaborate more on the food.
Like, okay, so first of all, DC's real expensive. So it's just like when it comes to buying food up there, it stresses me out because I'm just like, this shouldn't cost this much for me to have. Like, it'll be like 3 tacos. It'll be like $13, $14. Like, this is too much. This is too much for it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like $13, $14. It just depends. It depends on what you want, obviously. Wow. But like, I'm looking at this. I'm like, this shouldn't cost this much. Like, I can go home and just do this by myself, and it'll be cheaper. It'll be better. But like, no, Houston. Foods. I'm still finding food spots, and I've lived here for most of my life. So it's like there's just the food is good. The food is always good down here.
They don't season up north. That's what we know.
They use Old Bay a lot. They use a lot of Old Bay. I got real tired of Old Bay. Old Bay and lemon pepper.
Oh yeah. No, I mean here, like I love, and you can agree because you're from here. Like it's where a lot of people don't understand is just how diverse the food is here in Houston. Like you want, and it sounds like, well, it's the same thing as where we live, or whatever, but it's very different in the aspect of when we talk about diverse food, borderline authentic, like you can go just about to every corner here and you can get it. You got the Bel Air area. If you're local from here, so a bunch of Asian food. Doesn't matter if it's Chinese, doesn't matter if it's if you know. You got Thai food, you got anything that you want. Then
Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue. You got Mexican food of just about any choice, anything. Lately, what I've been seeing pop up is a lot of like Venezuelan food, a lot more than usual,
Big up,
and
big
that
up.
and Poppy's from Venezuela over here, so like it's
I'm
seeing
loving
a
it,
lot of
dude.
the culture, huh?
I'm loving it.
Yeah, there's a lot of food like that also that I just been amazed by, and food trucks just about every corner.
Every other corner, man. It's
Every
like
corner.
shit.
Yeah, it's been amazing. But yeah, man, the food here, 100% agree with you. You can't. It's such a thing, just such an awesome thing from our city. Just the food itself.
And what is something that DC has that maybe you don't really see a lot of in Houston? Like something that you really like over there.
Besides snow.
The public transportation for real.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I was
Oh,
talking
okay,
about
I'll
like
give them that, dude. Because here,
an aspect of the city, the public transportation, because it's like you can really get on the subway and go anywhere. I'd never seen like a subway before, and I was like, this is different. Like I can go to any part of the city.
Yeah.
That and then like here, like when fall comes, the leaves just fall off. So like when I went up there and I really saw like the change of season, like it went from summer, then these green leaves, and then like all of a sudden these leaves are red and brown, and we get to November, December, they slowly start to fall off. That was like super pretty the first time I saw it.
yeah, over here it's hot for like 9 months out of the year.
And then all the leaves fall off, and that's it.
Yeah.
Must be winter again.
I guess it's still like
it'll
85 degrees out there.
It'll go from 120 to like 10 degrees, and then back up to 90 a week later.
There you go.
And I was trying to explain that to him. I was trying to explain that to my teammates back home. I was like, okay, like I promise y'all Houston gets cold, because they don't believe me. They don't believe me because I just don't do certain things that they do. I was like, yeah, like it gets cold. We have to layer up. I just don't own a coat. So like when I first got there, I didn't own a coat. I was like, yeah, I'll just wear 2 hoodies or something like that. And they're like, oh, it can't get cold here. So I'm like, y'all don't realize what like 100-degree humidity feels like.
Dude.
And it's like 40 degrees outside. It's freezing. Like I break a sweat and I'm immediately cold just from stepping outside.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get it, man. They don't get it.
Yeah, just the culture thing. Rios, I think you had a question, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was doing a little bit of homework on you, and I saw your favorite food is gumbo. Were you able to find any gumbo up in DC?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt it, brother.
Absolutely not. And I'm not trying to take away from any of the people who live up there, but that's like I'll just make my own. I'll just wait until I come back home to have some gumbo or something like that. You can't eat everybody's gumbo.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah, you cannot.
Yeah,
I learned that the hard way. I tried gumbo on the East Coast and Mexican food. Never again.
Doesn't taste the same.
You couldn't pay me to eat it. You couldn't pay me to eat it.
All right, Papa, go for it, man.
No way. So, what is something that you're looking forward to in like, hopefully this next step of your career? Like, what is something that like you cannot wait to experience? Different from like your school, like college and everything. What is something that it's driving you to the next step?
The reason why I'm still playing football, I've been playing football for this long, is like I just want to when I hang up my cleats, I want to say like I was the best player I could possibly be. So like outside of getting that call saying like we want you on our team, because that's just like a crazy moment of validation, because like like everyone, especially here, like everyone wants to play football, everyone wants to be an athlete, so it's like hearing that's going to be amazing. But being able to learn football from like some of the best minds like in the world when it comes to the sport, and really just like think about football differently from how I've been taught before, that's something I'm really looking forward to.
There you go. Awesome answer. All right, so
you think you would ever be a coach afterwards?
I talked about this with my friends. I couldn't go past high school. There's just like a lot. Like I don't like recruiting.
Okay.
I don't like recruiting because it's like if you bring in someone that isn't what you thought they were, that might be your job, or it's just like dang,
on you, right?
Better than this.
Yeah.
And then like with the NFL, like then money. Well, shoot, in college too. Money's involved with both of those things. So it's just like, even if I want this guy on my team, this other team's going to give him like 5 million more, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Like I can't run everything
Right.
at that point. It's a business. But with
Yeah.
high school, it's just like, I could take this kid who has the tools but doesn't know how to use them, and just put him in his position to possibly like succeed, or to possibly have a chance to like get a free education or something like that. And I think that's major. And also being able to like turn boys into men, like teach them some like some ethics and morals and discipline that maybe they're not getting. Because I know I learned a lot of that stuff from my football coaches.
Oh yeah, you definitely learn a lot for sure. Leadership and some of the discipline and all that. Like it's learned through the game. Before I'm going to use my turn with one of our comments that we got here. This is from Rafael Rafucho over here, El Capitan Rafucho.
Rafucho!
Hello everyone, Raf in the building. Fellow Venezuelan. Also, he has a question for you. There you go. He has a question for you, though. He's a big Raiders fan, though. Don't say it, Poppy. Don't say it. He's a big Raiders fan.
Man, I'm holding it
Do
in.
not hold on to that. All right. So he says, I have a question for Ian Wheeler. He's like, you played as a running back for the Howard Bison. What was your biggest inspiration to play as a running back?
My biggest inspiration, I've been playing running back since I was like a little kid. So, but when you're an athlete, they kind of just put you in a position where you can get the ball or stop other people from scoring. So I played a lot of different positions while I was a little league and like in middle school. Once I got to high school, I thought I was going to play defense. If I'm being honest with you, I thought I was going to play safety, and that was going to be like where I make my money at. But I had an opportunity to play running back again my sophomore year, and I made the most out of it. So an inspiration, I like scoring. I like helping. I like putting my team in position. Like, I don't think there's anything quite like busting a big run in like a slow game or something like that, and just like changing the momentum of the entire game.
There you go.
Yeah, biggest inspiration is just like really playing running back is fun. It's just a really fun position to play.
Awesome. And that question came to you guys from Rafael Chassin. Go check out his YouTube channel at Rafael Chassin 93. Great guy. Awesome content there. Awesome, Ian. So Rios, your turn, bud.
Yeah, so you mentioned you played running back most of your life. Who was your favorite running back growing up?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah, AP.
Adrian Peterson. I met him in high school actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, he's from Houston also. So yeah, how was that experience?
I think everyone has an Adrian Peterson story that was in Houston.
How was that
almost
experience?
broke my hand, dude.
Bro,
He's
yes!
so strong. He's so strong. And like I want to beat him again because like, I got stronger since then. But it's like when I shook his hand, I was like, "This is insane! Like, there's no way I can actually like just a vice grip." And I had heard the stories, like you hear the stories of like the commentators talking about it, and it's like, yeah, he has a crazy handshake. I'm like, man, these are like old guys. I'm not really worried about it. I shook his hand. I was like, this is insane. But it was super awesome meeting like a living legend like that because I like obviously I'm not Adrian Peterson, but like emulating his like violent run style and just like knowing how much work goes into not even just being Adrian Peterson, like coming out of college, but like coming out like tearing your ACL and then coming back and winning MVP the next year.
Yeah, that's insane. That was insane. We got a comment by the mock draft guy. Awesome content out there that he puts out. Talks about a lot of the NFL prospects also. Literally goes into detail. So thank you, mock draft guy, for commenting. Dude, that's amazing. So Rios had your brother. Tell him about your brother with the same story that he just kind of told him.
Yeah, we met him at Comic Palooza, and we saw this guy walking around. People were like, "That guy looks familiar." Someone's like, "Oh shit, it's Adrian Peterson." So you go up, shake his hand. My brother's a lot buffer than I am, man. He was in pain. He's like, "Man, I feel so weak. I'm gonna go work out now."
Put this bitch on ice for a second, like. Hey,
all right.
So
go ahead, man.
You mentioned that you love playing running back, and it's a lot of fun for you. Is there, being a player and everything, like when you watch games, like whether it's college or the NFL, does the fact that you play as a running back make you see the game a lot different? Because from a fan's perspective, we can only imagine what it's like being out there. Maybe we're like, oh, he should have run that, that side or the blocker should have done better. Like what's your perspective on the game when you're watching it? Like, is there any nuance or anything that you notice that a regular fan wouldn't?
I think the biggest thing is like the higher you go in football, the more you notice when like how plays are supposed to be done. So just like you say, like everyone will be like, I'll be watching football with my like friends, and they haven't played football or anything like that, and then like they'll be like, oh, why didn't you go that way? And I'll be like, I can show you why. Like it'll take me like a minute and a half for me to draw this play that they just did, but it's like like you realize what people are waiting on. You realize like how long a play is actually going, because it's like like it gets once you really understand the game, it gets a lot easier to like view things, and even if you might not know the concept completely, like you recognize things on the fly and be like, oh, okay, I see why he did that, because it's like these are professionals for a reason. It's not like I'm watching like little league football. Right. So it's like knowing what goes into it, I understand why certain plays happen and why they shook out that way.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Be in the back, like, pass the damn ball, God.
Me as a fan needing a bag of chips, pass it. Just pass it. Yeah. He's right there. Yeah.
Right. Like I could have made that run.
Oh, that's the worst one. When the fans
can't break the damn tackle, man. God.
Hey, so since you were talking about some plays or whatnot, have you ever actually made any plays that have contributed to game in the game?
You mean just like period?
Yeah, like have you actually created your own particular plays and said, "Hey, coach"?
Oh, like draw them out.
Oh, okay. I was like,
have you ever done anything good on the field?
Yeah, like ever drawing up your own plays and like giving to the coach and see, hey, try this out and see what happens.
So my coach in particular, my running back coach, I guess I should say his name, Devon Johnson. He will have days where we would just go in. He'll be like, hey, everybody grab a marker. And it'll be like, he'll give us a situation, be like, third down. We're on like this much left in the game. Mm-hmm. I want to see what play you guys are going to. And I don't know if any of our players ever got in, but we would always talk about it afterwards. It'd be like, we'll talk about like why we drew like this play this way. It's just like, okay, it's third down. I think they're going to go man in this situation, so I'm going to run this man beater or something like that. Or like, we're just trying to draw like perfect plays that will work for everything. But no, I think some of my plays should have gone in though, obviously, like in my OC brain. But no, definitely a lot of fun drawing those plays up and stuff like that.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, so every running back has their own unique style. How would you describe your running style?
If we're going off like Madden things, like Madden creative player, I'm a one cut back.
Okay.
One cut back. Don't do a lot of dancing, but I would say it's pretty violent. That's something I'm still trying to work on. Like strong enough, I'm fast enough to be a really violent runner, but I think at times I think too much about like reading into the play, like where it's supposed to be instead of where it actually is. So a violent runner, very fast. I play with a really fast game speed that I think like catches a lot of people by surprise, because it's like I can still make the cuts I need to make even though I'm running that fast. Yeah. So yeah, fast and violent.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there like an NFL like comp that you would like say like, oh, my playing style is kind of like similar to him?
No, I'm really trying to think about it. And obviously, like, I have my favorite teams I'm gonna watch and things like that. I gotta kind of like start watching everybody now. But let's say I don't think it's wrong for me to say Raheem Mostert. I think Raheem Mostert's a good one. If I could be mentioned in the same breath as Nick Chubb, I would love that. Just because he's real smooth but real patient and still really strong through his runs. He breaks a lot of tackles, and I do the same. Who else? What's the guy's name from Denver? The running back that had messed up his leg and then came back this next year. He came out of UNC.
Oh, you got me there, man.
Running
It's
back.
on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, so running back that came out of UNC. I think he was drafted in the second 2 years ago. There were two running backs out of UNC, and they were both really good. And he went to Denver.
Vontae Williams?
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
The only reason why I say him is because I think like we both have a knack for like he's really good at breaking tackles. It's actually so ridiculous. Some of the things I saw just from like his rookie and his second year is just like he's just very hard to get down. And it's not even in like a super violent way.
Yeah.
Just like knowing how to slip off tackles and like split a person in half. Because Isaiah Pacheco, he's really good at breaking tackles too.
Yeah.
But he's just like
violent.
churning his legs the entire time and dropping his helmet and everything like that. But like the way Javonte Williams moves is just like you're gonna take this little quarter of my leg and I'm gonna keep going. So I like that too.
All right, so for my I'm gonna show really quick. This is on YouTube. It was your 60-yard touchdown versus Delaware State.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm gonna throwback. So I'm gonna show.
I like that one. I like that.
Yeah. So we're gonna show that one real quick, but of course I'm gonna put that on mute because I don't want to get suspended by YouTube. Hold on. All right. So can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So Ian, kind of just let us know we'll watch the play and just let us know exactly what your thought process was as soon as this happened. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Here we go. Y'all lining up. Okay.
Dude, he is fast. God dang.
Hey.
I already got tired at the 5-yard line.
The burners. Damn.
5 yards deep. I'm already on the floor.
I'm about to say once you clear them, I think they already knew what was happening.
Yeah, there was no chance.
Wow.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Sure.
Basically,
What was sorry, I'm gonna see the replay again. Let me see.
You're good.
Just smoke.
Just one cut and gone.
Oh, gone, man.
All they caught was smoke.
Hey, that guy was giving his all.
He looks good on film. That's good effort. But that was an outside zone run to the left, and we had tight end. He was an extra hat. So the way I think that was 2 years ago. The way that team plays, they run cover 4 a lot. So with cover 4, the safeties are the run defenders. So as soon as they saw run, they were filling. So we brought the tight end to be an extra hat. Everyone was able to get their blocks outside. Everyone reached everyone outside. So I get the ball. I'm following tight end. He gets that extra person in the alley, and then I'm one-on-one with whoever. And at that point, I have so much like I had the steam and everything like that. And I think if you look at it, he like froze. Like he didn't keep running through the play. Yeah. So he like stopped. And once you stop, you're dead. You're dead in the water. Yeah. So I made that one cut and just turn on the jets. Everything else after that is just no one can catch me on the field.
Yeah, because when he stops, even if he gets a hand on you, you got so much momentum.
Yeah.
That there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it, man. Gee.
It's all he's gonna get is just a handful of jersey and gone.
Exactly.
What's the trash talking like after a play like that?
There's nothing to talk about.
That's just me. That's just what I do.
No, I'm not a big trash talker. You know, like I was told to let the pads do the talking, but I'm gonna say I celebrated with my teammates. We were down and then we were up, so that's all that really mattered to me at that point.
There you go. That's what's up.
Not me. I'll be trash talking the whole.
Yeah, because for a significant play would just be like being able to walk a yard, and then we'd be like, "Yep, that's it." It's just
I was like, that's how we do it in Houston, man. That's how we do it in Houston.
Learning how to brag.
We're built different.
We're built different. All right, so I wanted to keep showing. Before I go to the to another highlight of you, a more recent one. Oh, Justin Ward said, "Javonte Williams, thank you for helping us out." And Najee Babe Road, hey nephew.
Mírala.
We got some folks watching. There you go. All right, so let's see. Let me show a few more highlights, and I think these are a little bit more recent. 1 second. Okay, y'all see the screen, right?
Yeah.
All right,
that was this year. It's
Yeah, this year. Okay, so this is yeah, because you're wearing 27. The other one you were 37, right?
Yeah, my brother made this one. Shout out to my little brother.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Nice.
Your brother. All right, so
Oh man, y'all beating the brakes
up.
off of
You
him.
guys are killing
yeah,
it.
there you go. There you go. Look at that.
I'll say like I'm not gonna talk about the order. We talked about this, but
Yeah.
a lot of I'm gonna say I still got slippery.
Hey, you got jukes.
There you go. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Who's catching me? Nobody's catching you.
Nobody.
Dude, that's crazy.
Damn. That is
That's
insane. I'm sure you were pumped up. That's
Yeah, no,
Bro,
super
how is there no
happy.
trash talking after that, bro? God.
look at that, dude.
They did a great job blocking.
Ooh.
They did a really great job blocking.
You're right,
this.
dude. Once you clear them, that's it.
Oh, and the
I
pass.
thought I was gonna
What?
score in this one.
He got hands.
And
too.
the pass.
You see what I mean? Just
Oh,
like you just
yeah.
don't let them tackle you. It's not even necessarily a violent thing. Nah,
Bro, you just running through dudes.
I bounced his head off the turf though.
There's the trash talking.
I'll say
See,
hindsight.
I would have just turned around. Peace.
Damn.
Damn, bro.
He had a family, you know that, right?
I
What's
feel
going
bad
through your
for his
mind?
family.
What's going through your mind? Like once you clear
Dang.
them, right? And you're like, are you thinking like, oh, I'm about to
Bro,
score? Like, are
sorry.
you thinking like what?
Can
are
I
you
go
thinking?
back real quick? Look at this. He made like 3 dudes bump into each other. Hold on. Ready? Look, ready?
Oh, come on.
That's a strike.
Sorry, go ahead, Puppy.
No, but what's going through your mind once you know you already got him beat? Like, what's going through your mind? You're like just thinking like, how I'm gonna celebrate with my teammates, like type of stuff, or are you just still just locked in, going into like just getting to the end zone type?
Extremely locked in on just like scoring because it's not over until the whistle blows. So there might be someone that's just as fast as me on the field. I can't let someone catch me from behind at that point.
I like this particular player because it looks like you recognize, oh shit, I can't go this way, so I'm gonna go the other way. Look, right there, and they're like, nope. And then you found like extra yardage, like you made something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of running backs just kind of like, well, there we go, and then whatever yardage we get, we got. You're like, nope, I'm gonna look for another way, and you ended up going like, exactly where you're supposed to go.
Yeah,
Like you
that's
made something out of nothing.
That's a real dangerous game to reverse field. But just the way that team in particular were playing outside zone, they like, especially when it comes to me, because every team that we played just like they knew I was good at running outside zone. Because it's like if you don't get the outside, I'm getting at least 6. So they sent everyone over top to fill in that extra gap. And like you saw, my tackle couldn't reach the guy. My right tackle couldn't reach the guy, and then the extra safety was coming to fill the alley. At that point, it's like you keep looking back, and there was nothing on the backside. So it's just like, yeah, I'll take my chances because I know I'm faster than the D lineman.
There you go. So this one right here, I'm looking at the school, Florida A&M. We had a prospect from there, Isaiah Major, who's a linebacker, number 0.
Why is he laughing?
Yeah.
I like how you laugh. And so, yeah, a linebacker from Florida, from the Rattlers or whatever. And we had him on, and he was talking. He was on, and we did highlights on him as well. But I just noticed that you're playing him on this one. But I'm trying to look for him on the field, but he's number 0. But let me see if we can.
No, he's he was a really good linebacker. Nothing but respect for Isaiah. I actually got to play against him again during the Legacy Bowl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, real good linebacker. Yeah, nothing but respect for the guy.
Yeah, no, he's a great dude too. Like we had him on, and he was just awesome guy, very knowledgeable.
Right.
I don't see him on that part because it looks like special teams.
Dude,
I don't see
turn
him
on the Jets, dude. Jesus.
Wow. Dude, once you're going, you're gone. That's like the.
See, I would have fallen at least 8 times by now. No, scratch that. I probably would have died already.
Yes. Good. Damn. Just turning on the Jets, dude. That's all it is. Like, you find an opening and you're gone. Once you get a little bit of, like some wiggle room, you're done.
Right.
That's insane.
So,
Oh,
quick question
awesome.
for me. So, since you return kicks, in college, and maybe you do it in the pros, what do you think about the new kickoff rule? You a fan of it? Not a fan of it?
Um, I'll have to see how it like actually looks like in front of me for me to decide if I'm a fan of it. Just because like you get used to guys possibly outrunning like their blocks is hard to stop when you're running like 20 miles an hour. So it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about like getting blown up because someone
Yeah.
misses a block. But at the same time, how is that going to affect the blocking scheme? I
Yeah.
think I was reading some stuff into it. Like, obviously, this is just Twitter and people talking, but
Of
like,
course.
they were saying there's going to be a lot of coaches might treat it more as a run play, which is beneficial to me. Like, people
Yeah.
pulling around, people doing whatever they have to do to make a bigger gap or a different seam. But at the end of the day, it's really just taking advantage of people in space. So I think I can still do that regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people not the biggest fans of that rule. We've seen it obviously in the XFL and the just the way it kind of works. But I feel like the biggest rule change that they're trying to implement is the hip drop tackle. How
Yeah.
do you feel about that? Like being an offensive player yourself, how do you feel about that?
So it's obviously like advantageous to me because
Right.
I'm not a small body. I'm not gonna say I'm a big body, but I'm not a small body. But just because of how I've played football my whole life, honestly, like I don't think it's a malicious type of tackle. If I'm being like straight up, I think like there are dangerous ways to hit people, and that's not one of them. They're just trying to bring you to the ground, and things happen. Things happen on regular tackles, so that's a little disappointing. I think it makes it harder for defenders to play defense, which is already extremely hard to do. It takes a little bit away from the game, but you take advantage of what you can when you play offense.
I feel like a lot of it is like they're trying to make the game more high scoring in
Yeah,
a way by making it maybe a little bit easier for offenses. But it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out because everybody who's on the league right now has been playing football this way
right.
since they were little.
For a long
So
time. Yeah.
it's gonna be quite a tough adjustment, I would say.
Exactly. I just want to see how like officiating looks with it, just like how often that comes out in a game.
Who's gonna
That,
call it? Who
and
isn't?
see, and that's the thing, though. I think that's where we're going to see a lot of issues that may cause some, the decisions of some games. Like it's already like you can see sometimes in the in the league, and I mean you might have seen in college also is how officiating. You never leave the game to the officials. Like that's bar none. I get
Yeah.
that, but sometimes it's like, dude, if it's already like they're already having trouble figuring out what the definition of a catch is.
Yeah.
Then you have to run, and then sometimes it's a catch, sometimes it isn't a catch. Like if that's already an issue, I can't imagine how much of a inconvenience or how much of an issue we're going to have now trying to figure out, well, is this considered a hip that type of tackle? What about from this angle? What about from that angle? It's just going to be, I think, an overall mess when it comes to the officiating. What really makes it that? You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I feel like it's going to
We're
be.
just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. It's just
Yeah.
And then it's first year implementation also, so there's going to be a lot of mistakes. And that's unfortunately that's what we have to look forward to.
Yeah, because it's not just hip drop tackles. There's also like a twisting hip drop tackle as well. Like,
Yeah.
which is probably even worse. But it's either going to be a flag fest or it's just going to be one of those that's going to give the Chiefs a first down.
Yeah. After the huddle says, what's good, fellas? How's it going, bud? Thanks for checking us out. Man. Appreciate you.
What up?
What up? But let me see. Let me ask you this though. What is one of the most, I guess, the best advice you've ever gotten from any of your coaches have you had in your football career?
I think every coach has said this to me in like different ways, but the biggest thing like these past like 2 years for me has been controlling the controllables. So, me like speaking on myself, sometimes I think too much about what everyone else has going on, especially when I'm playing football, because it's like it takes 11 players to make a play right for offense. So it's like I'll sometimes get upset because it's like, this guy's supposed to have this job or this guy's supposed to do this, and that's why the play didn't work. But it's like at the end of the day, the play is over. I can't get the play back. No one can get the play back. So just being able to not get too high, not get too low, and just control what I have going on and knowing that I put my best foot forward to make sure that the play goes well. So controlling the controllables, and that's like not just football, that's like life in general.
That's life, yeah.
It's life, yeah.
Okay.
Before sorry, Rios, I know you're gonna go, but I want to answer this question. This is from after the huddle, like the guys just commented. I feel like this question's for all of us here, and Ian, if you want to chime in on this one, go for it. We're gonna go down the line. I'll go first, Rios, and then Papi, and then Ian, if you want to chime in on this one. It says more of a dynasty question. I have Mixon in dynasty. How do y'all see him fitting in Houston's offense with Stroud? So I feel like it's going to be a good fit with CJ Stroud. I think it's going to get some Mixon's going to – I know he's definitely going to get some yardage this season. I feel like it's definitely an upgrade. We used to have Devin Singletary and Dameon Pierce. I mean, we still have Dameon Pierce, but obviously Singletary took over for that in the primary role. So I think with Mixon on there, he's able to catch the ball also, kind of like how we saw Ian over here catch the ball and as well. So that is definitely going to help with the offense and taking some pressure off of CJ Stroud. So I like the fact that, and he's also pretty elusive as well. He's not just a power runner. He's able to create some plays as well. So for me, I think it's gonna be a good mix for CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans offense, and it's definitely going to help CJ out for sure. Rios, your take on that one?
Yeah, I think he's one of the more underrated running backs in the league. Like he's had 1,000 yards, 4 of the last 6 years. He's able to catch out of the backfield as well. You can line him up out wide. I think his biggest issue is Burrow's health. Like when Burrow goes down, he becomes the focal point of the offense, and the defense is keying on him. So it kind of limits his yards after carry a little bit. So I think being in Houston, CJ, besides the 2 games he missed with the concussion, he's been pretty healthy in college, and hopefully God willing, maintains his health this upcoming season as well. So I think he should probably put up better numbers than he did as a Bengal, just because the quarterback's a little bit healthier, and then you have other weapons on the outside as well. Different zone scheme, he should have some really good numbers this year, fantasy wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I feel like it's just one more weapon for CJ, and with how good the passing game was for Houston this last season, with somebody like Mixon who can really catch the ball and extend the plays, it takes a lot of the pressure from CJ doing that. Like we already got, our wide receiving core was hit by the injury bug halfway through, and we struggled with that a little bit, but that didn't deter CJ from throwing the ball. We got Andrew Schultz. He was really solid. I feel like Joe Mixon is just one more piece that's really going to help the Texans jump into that next level this season, God willing.
Yeah. If you want to chime in on that, Ian, go for it. If not, you don't have to answer it, but just say.
Yeah, I don't really play dynasty fantasy, but I'll say Joe Mixon is a top 10, top 12 back for sure in the league. So with that being said, he's just another wrinkle that's added to an offense that was pretty elite this past season. So I don't see why he wouldn't work with CJ Stroud, especially now that he's a veteran leader on the team.
Yeah, and with the type of offense that Houston runs too, if I may add to that, I mean we do a lot of play action pass, so you have to be able to disguise the run well with CJ. So definitely a lot of those. I mean, it's that Kyle Shanahan offense, so you definitely using that. He's going to get the ball quite often. So. And Rios has, made a point here that, he's not really that injury prone. He's lately. So he's been, I like the addition of Joe Mixon on this one. I do. I think it's definitely an upgrade. No disrespect to Singleton for sure, but it's definitely an upgrade over, what we had before. And technically, I mean, that's what a good football team does. You upgrade in areas of need. And last year, I would say, even with Devin Singletary, the running back position was definitely a area of need for the Houston Texans. Then he says, I think PA is going to open a lot now because Mixon can run the ball pretty good too. And he'll have tons of blocker from as well. That is true. We do have I mean, a lot of people saw it last season. There's people that would argue whether the line was good or not, right? And then,
It wasn't.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you can look at it. The thing is, like, dude, with all the rotations that the Texans had, like having that line that we had, I mean, they would make miracles. Really, it was a line that needed help, and all the injuries, like you said, the injury bug kind of struck us. They were still able to kind of get as far as they did.
Yeah,
And
this year we're gonna win it all, so it's all good.
is that your prediction? Bold prediction there. All right. Back to Ian. Sorry about that. All right. And then we'll answer another one. All right. After the huddle. All right. So I'm sorry, I got lost, and I think I asked the last question. Rios, I think it's you. Yeah.
So getting away from football a little bit. So I saw recently you got accepted into the Howard College of Medicine, the medical school for Howard. Congrats on that. So what do you plan on pursuing with the that medical degree?
So I plan on going into psychiatrics. End goal would be to have a community center that is able to like raise health equity between some underrepresented and underprivileged communities, with not just like mental health things, but also like nutrition, sexual health, whatever that community in particular needs.
That's
Nice.
That's awesome, man.
There you go.
Smart.
Yeah, there you go. You're looking beyond the life football.
It's not just running people over. Like it's about helping people. It's about helping people.
Definitely about helping people.
Oh man, no, we're excited, man, for whatever is next for you. Like honestly, we all the guys and me, like we would love nothing more than for us to be athletes. Obviously, we didn't quite get there, but talking to people like you, like who've been in it, who's striving in it, like it's just crazy, man. And seeing some of the highlights, I'm still going back to it. It's just like, man, I've never seen like I wish I could run that fast, dude. Like what the fuck?
You're living vicariously through you.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
No worries. Okay, let me answer after the huddle question. He says one more question: is Noah Brown going to get buried in the depth chart along with Xavier Hutchinson? I think that's his name.
Yes.
Rios, what do you think?
I think it depends on which route they go as far as wide receiver in the draft and how the guy does in training camp. But still, he's a great veteran presence to have. And like I said, when he was on last year, like he was a very solid number 3 receiver.
Yeah,
he just some injury problems last year, but he's a great presence to have. And hey,
yeah, I mean,
competition is always great. Brings out the best out of a player, and the rookie can win the job over him. Cool. If not, hey, he can sit and learn from a veteran. Guy's been in the league for a while, so it's a win-win, really.
So Noah Brown had some pretty decent yardage last season as well. He had 567 yards, but he's basically our third receiver.
Yeah.
And then Tank Dell had about 700. If he got injured, he would have definitely gone over the gone over the 1,000. Of course, Nico Collins was over 1,000 yards. So I mean, you have three receivers with a rookie quarterback that were excelling, that they were doing quite well. Injuries, of course, happened, but it's the nature of the game. So I could see some things with Noah Brown, but you know what? Xavier Hutchinson had a few decent plays last season too. Then you never know. Year 2 for Xavier Hutchinson, you never know. Might step up, might be that receiver another receiver in the offensive weapons for CJ Stroud, man. So you never know. Now, what I want to do, this is a part where so we do NFL trivia here, Ian. So all it is just 5 questions, and
books out.
So the thing is this: since we have two of my co-hosts here, Rios and Poppy, usually it's against Rios. But now you get to choose whichever one of these. You get the pick of the litter here.
No, I automatically withdraw myself from this. I'm more of an expected.
Yeah, that's why I hosted. Yeah. So let's go against Rios. Rios is actually pretty good. Last week we had a guy from we had somebody that went to Harvard, and Rios beat him, and I was like, uh-oh. So now I know he's
I beat
coming
a Harvard
in.
graduate. It's on
Yeah.
my LinkedIn. I beat a Harvard graduate.
That's in his LinkedIn now. He beat a Harvard
No,
graduate.
no
on,
pressure, but you
no
gotta get him off
pressure.
his high horse. All right.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Please knock this man out of his high horse. And so, well, nonetheless, here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be 5 questions, and Poppy, since you're not doing anything, I'm gonna read them. You keep score.
Sure thing. Sure
All
thing.
right, there you go. So, my job is to try to help you out as much as possible because I just want you to knock his confidence out right now, just like I'm sure you do in the field. Knock out the confidence on those linebackers or whoever's trying to tackle you. So, you versus Rios. Let's get it started. So, my question to you is this: do you accept or defer?
Defer.
Defer. Okay, Rios, you ready?
All right.
All right. By the way, some of these questions, Rios will probably get right because Rios is about 95 years old. He's the oldest one here, and so
He was there when
probably,
football was invented. So
yeah, he probably lived it as this was happening. So,
it was
I put it together. I put the ball together.
all right, yeah, right, Rios. All right, how many teams did the NFL have when it first started?
Oh, shit.
You were there. Yeah. Also, I could do multiple choice, by the way.
Yeah, let me do multiple choice.
Okay. I'm gonna cut it down to 3 now instead of 4. Okay. So, okay, multiple choice. How many teams did the NFL have when it first started? 5, 10, or 9?
I'm gonna go with 10.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Well, of course you got it right. You were there.
God damn.
All right, 1 for. Oh, it's the best out of 5. I don't know if I said that already. It's best out of 5. Okay, so 1 for Rios. All right, Ian, your question.
No pressure. No pressure.
Pressure. How many pounds does a Lombardi Trophy weigh? If you want multiple choice, I'll give you.
Yeah.
The answer might surprise you.
Yes. Let me know if you want multiple choice.
Definitely
Multiple choice. Okay. 7 pounds, 15 pounds, or 35 pounds.
It has to be 15.
Final answer?
Yeah.
7.
7.
okay.
Yeah.
7
I
pounds.
know that thing looks heavy, but it's not.
It was a bit disappointing when we found that out, and I was like, "Wow, why does it look like they struggle when they're lifting it up?"
I know. They're
You
always like,
definitely see like they have a hard time picking it up every time I see it.
Yeah, we thought it was that
we're
much.
faking them, and they're all in on it. It's a
They're all in on it.
conspiracy.
Like it's so heavy, not. All right.
It's okay. You can come back from this.
Yeah. Just because Rios is on it right now doesn't mean anything. All right. Nope. You know that one. Nope. You would live through this one. All right. Sorry. Let me find one. All right. For Rios now. Nope. Sorry.
They're all too easy.
They're all
He's
too
looking
easy.
for the most difficult
Yeah, I'm looking
question.
for those
The
that are
most
going to get them.
obscure, like,
Who won the first Super Bowl in 1967? Yeah, I could do obviously multiple choice. Who won the Super Bowl in 1967?
The Green Bay Packers.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Damn, you got it right.
what's it them? Dang.
It was. All right. All right.
All right, Ian,
All right.
come on, Ian. Come on.
You got this, Ian.
I gotta make something going.
All right.
That's a tough one. Okay.
Okay. How many NFL teams have some kind of bird on it?
Okay. Cardinals, Seahawks, Falcons, Eagles, Ravens. Cardinals, Seahawks, Falcons, Eagles, Ravens.
Put
Yeah,
a
I think it's
time
5.
limit.
5?
Yeah, I think it's 5.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct. It is 5
Okay.
teams. There you go. At least it wasn't a blowout. I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. That doesn't mean it will be. All right. All right. Rios. I'm trying to find the most obscure one for
The
Rios.
person we had last time got that one wrong.
Yeah.
You have to like, I don't know. I watch a lot of NFL ball.
Yeah. All right. Rios. Okay. Which team has never led in a Super Bowl game, despite the fact that they have appeared in 4 of them? So, which team has never actually had a lead in the Super Bowl, despite the fact that they've been in 4 of those?
The Buffalo Bills.
That's what
Final
I was
answer:
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings.
I knew it.
Wow.
I wanted to steal.
Yeah.
I didn't even
man.
know they've been in 4.
No, the Vikings.
Yeah, no, right? Makes you
The
think.
Purple Man Eaters.
There
I
you
think
go.
that was back in the 70s.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, the Purple Man Eaters. Yeah. All right. What's
Man,
the
I
score
don't know.
copy right now? Is it 2-2?
it's 2-1.
2-1. 2-1. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
2-1.
2-1. Yeah, Rio's
All
got
right.
2. Ian's got 1.
All right, Ian, your turn. You ready?
Mhm.
Which is the oldest stadium in the NFL? You can do multiple choice if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do multiple choice because I have 2
Okay.
in mind. I just want to see which ones you're going to say.
Sure. Oldest stadium in the NFL. Chicago Bears. Soldier Field is for Chicago Bears. Lambeau Field for Green Bay. Or Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, okay.
So those were the 2 that were in my head. I was like, it's between Chicago and Green Bay.
I figured, yeah.
Let's go Soldier Field.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Ian, I'm sorry.
Ah,
It is Lambeau Field,
That's
Green Bay,
Oh,
Wisconsin. And
I
Rio's.
would have said the same thing too, though. I would have said the same
I know,
thing.
and that's the only reason I put them together because people always like, because I mean the Bears and the Packers are 2 of the oldest teams in the league, so
right.
primarily you would think, yeah, it's one of those, but that's why I always put those together. But yeah,
Okay, so it's still 2-1. Question number 4 for Rios.
oh, that's true, yeah. All right, okay, Rios. Okay, so if he wins this one, he solidifies it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Ian, I'm on your side, so I'm trying to stump him with this one, okay?
I appreciate that.
All right. Rios, among the 10 NFL dome stadiums, how many of those actually have a retractable roof?
Damn. That is so
Right.
obscure.
Yeah. Get that one right. You
Well,
want
let me get
multiple
multiple-
choice? You want multiple choice? Yeah. It's not going to help you. 5, 7, 6.
I'm going to go with 5.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Shit, he got it right. It's 5.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he got it right. It's 5.
What?
Can you name them?
I cannot. I just guessed. Not even going to lie.
It's okay.
I think what this guy does, he was probably a good test taker, and he knew exactly like which ones to pick. That one we haven't done on the show yet. That question we have not done on the show. So somehow he knew.
That's a good pull.
You know what he does? You know what he did? He probably like put like the whatever because you have a Mac, right?
Yeah, he's got it.
Where Siri can hear you, and he heard my question and probably typed it in for him. Yeah.
You see my hands are down here, right?
That doesn't mean you have to do anything. All right, Ian, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. That's kind of like what we do. We just kind of hang out and shoot it for a little bit, show a few highlights, and that's what the show's all about, to make sure that we're able to show you highlights around and you answering these questions and stuff like that, man. But we really do appreciate the fact that you took the time out of your schedule and kind of hung out with us for about an hour or so, man. We really appreciate you.
No, I appreciate y'all. This was a lot of fun. It was nice meeting y'all. It was nice talking to some other people from Houston. And
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. H-Town, baby. H-Town. So really quick, follow Ian Wheeler on his Instagram account so you can follow him through his football journey after seeing this episode. At IM_Wheeler. Is it with 3's or 2's?
Take off one of these.
Take off one of these. There you go. I went wee on the keyboard. Got a little too excited. Sorry, let me write that again. IM_Wheeler. There you go. Boom. One more time. At IM_Wheeler. Follow Ian Wheeler on his journey to the NFL, to the next level. Such an awesome person. Before we go, we also do want to give a shout out to at Ward Sports Management. They're part of like the sports management for different for student athletes or whatnot. So please, a big shout out to them. They were also a big help with Ian as well and some other prospects that we're going to get on the line. So thank you. Big shout out to Ward Sports Management. Follow them on Twitter at Ward Sports Management, as you see it right there. Also, one thing that I wanted to talk about before we leave, today, in some sad news for NFL, Vontae Davis passed away today. I saw in the Pat McAfee show today, they were kind of giving him a little bit of, some context as far as like how, his teammates, former teammates with Pat McAfee and somebody else in there. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but obviously, if you're a Hard Knocks fanatic like I am, I remember watching that episode where he got traded from the Miami Dolphins to the Indianapolis Colts, and the first thing as he's talking to his coach was, "Can I call my grandma?" And that was like, I don't know, anybody that I feel like has a heart is able to take that personally, because besides all of the business things I guess that happened in the NFL, the fact that he wanted to call his grandma first was just like, wow. It just kind of it was like almost like hit the pause button for a second. It's like, this dude, the first thing he wanted to do was talk to his grandma before anything. And so I'm just going to repeat what Pat McAfee said. Please check on your people. Make sure everything's okay, because people are going through hard times. Everybody's going through hard times. So check on your people, check on your friends, check on your loved ones, because you never know what people are going through. So that's my final message here on the show. If anybody else wants to say anything about that, Rios, Poppy, Ian as well, by all means, floor is yours.
No, you put it best, man, with this. It doesn't take that much time to send a text message, hey, is everything okay? If you need someone to talk to, like, I'm here. Like, it doesn't take that much time to do it.
Yeah. There you go.
1,000%.
There you go. Ian, if you want to share anything, go for it. If not, then, we're all good.
Yeah, just definitely sending prayers out for anybody going through it, and especially prayers for the Davis family. I can't understand what they're going through. I don't wish that upon anyone. So, always just like you said, make sure your people are straight.
That's right, man. Check on your people. All right, man. Please give us a follow on our X account, as you can see right there at the bottom, at JustFans22. And our Instagram account, follow us up at JustFansPod. And of course, you can also search us up on our YouTube channel at JustFans22. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We're only a few away from reaching that 500 subscriptions. Man, again, Ian Wheeler, appreciate you having us for being on the show. Excuse me. And man, we hope to have you again.
Yes, we're
the guests. Yeah, he's running the show. We're the guest. For being a part of the show, man, today, and again, we look forward to seeing you get to the next level, man. And again, appreciate you coming on.
Definitely appreciate y'all. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for us. Tune in Wednesday when we do our LTS show at the Let's Talk Sport. Our show at what is it? Sports Space City Sports Talk. There you go. So many things in my head. One of them, Space City Sports Talk on the Let's Talk Sports Network channel, Wednesday 8 to 9. Thank you guys again for checking us out. Najee Babe says later. There you go. And Ian, don't go just yet. I'm just gonna end the show. All right, guys. We'll
Real
see
quick. Yeah, Astros are up 10-0. Thank God we're gonna get a
Let's
home win.
go, Astros! All right, Ian, don't go just yet.
That right now. Come on, let's
See you later.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, but rule number one, you gon' respect this. Just fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing just fans right through your spot. Look, and I don't know what you thought, but right here, dog, we gon' rep the squad. Got HU, I might fit it, then on my jersey, you gon' know where I'm from. This Houston